they recently added a mature worlds policy that does kind of ride that borderline of, is it something that maybe it's drugs and alcohol, but it's not the focus of the world. So rather
Mm.
than taking the world down because there's a cigar, and maybe the
Mm.
impression is maybe it's not a cigar, it doesn't make it fall under that prohibited. It's
Hmm.
under the mature worlds.
Okay.
Same thing with the alcohol. If you have a club world and you have a bunch of drinks, it's implied they're alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
In my club world, all the liquids are blue, so that
Mm-hmm.
way people can assume it's water, and they can
Okay.
still hang out and have fun. But this is a one of the more detailed worlds I wanted to show you. That's created by one of the members of the team of Vidyuu. That's Vidyuu.
Mm-hmm.
Vidyuu creates worlds, but has also created all of the tutorials for Horizon. And so, because of the time that the creator, Lakes05, Alex, he spent all this time creating all of the tutorials because they didn't exist when he started.
Wow.
Um, so as you come into here, you'll see the kitchen, the different lighting. You see
Yeah.
kind of the paintings on the wall are portals to his other worlds,
Wow.
and a little bit of music playing to make it feel like a
Yeah.
welcoming space. And everything's kind of wide open, so you can see the skyline, you can see
Mm-hmm.
the coast, and then it's you can also explore upstairs if you want to see more. But um,
Yeah.
it's more about just kind of giving you this impression that you're in a home space that
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
really
feels like
cool.
it's a welcoming open house.
And so this was, so this space was created, and then he can put portals. Like if he makes 10 or 20 spaces, he can
Hmm.
connect them all. That's really cool.
Similar to the House Call VR Hub, where
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vicky, Lara, or Linda, she's created
Right. Right.
all of
Right.
her House Call VR branded worlds or partner worlds, and you can go see the podiatry world, you can go to the dentistry
Mm-hmm.
world, and it's an easy way to be able to find them. But it's also a hangout space, so where you can wait and gather more people,
Yeah.
and then go exploring with them. So come on outside, and again, if you have questions, please feel free. One of the things I like to tell people about Horizon is that while from the outside looking in, if you don't have a headset,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to explain the experience.
Yeah.
When you're in here, during the pandemic, really kind of made it a little bit easier because
Yeah.
when you had that lack of one-on-one interaction, or
Mm-hmm.
being able to go out in groups and kind of live a normal life, and you're locked into your own home,
Yeah. Yeah.
the Oculus Quest headset allowed people to regain those connections with people, but not
Yeah.
just people that you already knew, but people that are pretty much all over the country.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
so these connections that have been made in here, you've had people where they've connected and they've done music together. They've been able to make friendships that they normally wouldn't have had because they never would have interacted in the real world.
Yeah.
People who have come together to build businesses and start creating worlds for brands to come in. So there's so many different connections that have been made in Horizon, and it's much different than having a Zoom call. I mean, you
Yeah.
could sit on this couch and it feels like you're hanging out by the fire, and
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah. It's
watching the waves
relaxing.
come in, the
Yeah.
birds kind of flying. And, even though this toaster strapped to your forehead is
Yeah.
the only impeding negative part, I
Yeah.
mean, you could come in here for as long as you'd like, and really just hang out with a group and go world hopping.
Yeah. That's cool. Does the time like? Does the sky change? Or can you make it do that? Like make it
So,
daytime
not
or?
in this world.
Okay.
This world was actually the creator was more heavy on the detailing side.
Mm-hmm.
Before Horizon, he actually did some work in Unity and Blender, which are
Mm-hmm.
programs that you can create worlds and you can create modeling.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come in here again, everything's built in Horizon. So
Mm-hmm.
his area of expertise is the design aspect. The only
Yeah.
scripting is this fire with a little bit of a sound and the
Yeah.
animation,
Yeah.
and then some lighting down there on the beach. Now,
Yeah.
some of these worlds have intense amount of scripting, and you'll see the sky change in the
Mm-hmm.
tours world that we started. You may
Okay.
not have noticed because it's subtle.
Yeah.
There's a clock that you can change the time of day, so it'll cycle from midnight all the way
Oh,
back around 24
cool.
hours,
Cool.
and every minute is an hour. So if
Mm-hmm.
you stayed in there for an hour, you would get pretty much 2 or 3 time changes while you're there. So the sky would change from a dark blue through a purple to
Oh,
a pink to an
cool.
orange and back through around.